Tattoos on her titties, scars on her arms. Steve was the rock, no one could compare. Mike's trying to take over, the podcast's at risk. The regulars try to hold it, but Steve's the fix. Without Steve, they're lost, their guide's gone astray. They'll miss his smile, his laughter, his everyday. What will they do without Steve Jessup? He kept them strong, held them up. Tattoos on her titties, scars on her arms. What will they do without Steve Jessup? Mike's trying to step in, but he's not the same. His words are cold, his jokes just aren't the same. They'll miss Steve's laugh, his love for the game. Without him, it's hard, they can't replace. Without Steve, they're lost, their guide's gone astray. They'll miss his smile, his laughter, his everyday. What will they do without Steve Jessup? He kept them strong, held them up. Tattoos on her titties, scars on her arms. What will they do without Steve Jessup?
And a very good morning to you. A happy Monday morning movement to you all. Oh, and this is gonna be a turd like you read about, folks. Best laid plans, right? Best laid plans. Doesn't matter what you do. It just ends up just shitting in your face. I actually had I saw a good quote here. I can map out every detail with precision, but circumstances always shift the ground beneath me, ensuring failure despite my best efforts. And that's where I find myself this morning, folks. But good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. As you can see, it is just me, producer Mike. I think we promised you. As a matter of fact, I know we promised you because I went back and watched the segment again to make sure I got the wording correctly on this. But yes, we promised you a piece of shit Crawlface this morning. Crawlface has returned, or would be returning from his trip to Universal Studios, the fam, bringing the fam down there. Because as you know, Crawlface was unceremoniously released from his position at one of the Fortune 500 companies that are located somewhere in the United States. And so getting in a lot of those family opportunities, which you should do during the summertime. I mean, that's a thing. I'm aware. I was a child once, and I also wanted to go to theme parks and studios of sorts. Oh, yeah. Oh, and by the way, this is being filmed roughly 10 minutes to 10 p.m. Pacific time the night before. So this is a morning movement in the sense that it is Eastern time. There is a morning occurring, but in any case. So anyway, yeah, I enjoyed the trips down south, Florida. Holy crap, went to Florida all the time as a kid. It was great. Now, what happened was when Crawlface was very good at letting me know that the trip was occurring and that there would be some scheduling problems because we were launching this show. As you know, this is the third iteration of this program. Three. We've had three. This is number three. Last week's was a number two. The one previous. Okay, you get the joke. So in any case, we haven't had a whole lot of these, and off we go. Um, the original intent was to have this program, this morning movement, as it were, be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So the Friday episode, of course, would have been a major problem this week because Crawlface is actually with Fam. He's doing the Fam thing. So I made an executive decision to just cut Fridays out altogether. Let's just do a Monday, Wednesday movement. Let's just crap this out twice a week. You know what I mean? And brought that to the team. It was warmly accepted, and that's what we went with. Because, we want to offer consistency. We wanted to start this program actually the week before we did. This should have been we should have already had a couple under our belts, but we decided to push the debut of it off a week, so somebody could pick somebody up from camp or baseball or something. Again, fam, we work. We're flexible here. We try to keep everything nice and loose and make it easy. I'm all about easy. I've got a major anxiety problem, undiagnosed, but it's a major anxiety problem, and I love when things are easy. And I am welcome to suggestions that make things easier. I want to hear it because I don't want to lift a finger faster than I than absolutely necessary. So yeah, so we pushed it off, and so we started, and we had a great week. What a great week! The morning movement I thought started off well. I mean, this is a turd. I get it. This isn't for everyone, and we barely get any live viewers. And I'm going to bring that topic up here in a second. The fact of the matter is that I thought everything went kind of smooth, and I contributed it to a little bit of planning on my part. I'm the producer here. I'm the one who put everything kind of like I laid it out on paper, presented it to the team. Hey, do you want to jump on board this turd I came up with because I think this might be fun. Not that over the top on being difficult to pull off. In any case, that led us to our last episode where Crawlface was going to be coming onto the show as a piece of shit, tired, maybe slightly emancipated. In other words, he was going to be here for some real funness. Like we were going to really have some fun laying into him that and also getting a report on his vacation, of course. But it's always fun to make fun of the tired. And, usually you can get a lot of great content out of somebody who's fatigued under the influence of something that can really affect your mental state at that particular time. I'm not talking about weed. Not talking about weed. I'm talking about severe fatigue, a type of tiredness. In other words, when your alarm goes off because you have to get up for your responsibilities and partake in your responsibilities, things that you agreed to do. There are so many cobwebs going on in your head that you don't even know how you're going to keep your head up. That's the kind of stuff that I was looking forward to. And, well, we were all denied, folks. And here's the reason. Crawlface wanted to spend an extra day in Florida so they could get another theme park in. Now, on the surface, 100%, 110%. I think that's a great idea. I can't believe you did not get that extra theme park in the beginning. Crazy. I know. Nuts. Yeah, now that I think about it, well, yeah, that was dumb. Why wouldn't you have done that like in the beginning? Like literally scheduled that. But in any case, didn't happen. And so Crawlface sent me a text saying that, hey man, can't do Monday. We're gonna stay down here an extra day. Can we push this off to Tuesday? Really wish he hadn't said that last sentence because it's a Monday morning movement. We don't do Tuesday morning movements. There's no such fucking thing. Maybe there will be now. Maybe the Colonel starts one. But there isn't a Tuesday morning movement. There's a Monday morning movement. And there's a Wednesday morning movement. There was going to be a Friday morning movement. When we were the early planning stages for the show, there was going to be all movements except maybe Saturday and Sunday. I think we were going to give ourselves the weekend off until we realized how much work is involved to just put on one of these motherfuckers. And yeah, well, that was short lived. But 3 days a week was going to be rough. Now we were doing it 2 days a week. I actually made it was about 2 hours worth of work just to get stuff for this episode that was going to be me and Crawlfaced, the Crawlface piece of shit episode. I had all sorts of cool crap that, well, out of context, just looks like just looks stupid. Um, that's time you don't get back. It's frustrating, but whatever. Anyway, so my point my point is for this particular uh, happenstance is that Crawlface, he's not much of a problem solver. He's a problem giver for sure, but he's not much of a problem solver. Like I immediately went to in my head like, well, why can't we just solve this? Like he straight up went, can we move this to Tuesday? Which he's like, in other words, I'm done, man. I can't be there. I can't be there Monday. I can't. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna be home. I'm like, well, you don't have to be fucking home. You can be wherever. I don't care if you're in your car driving. I just need somebody with earphones in doing something. That actually might be kind of cool. I would have adjusted a screen here. Actually, let's look. Wait, I have like this is all right. So you see how right? Okay, so you see how where Crawlface would be right here, right? Like right there. Now it would have been. I thought it would be kind of neat if either he put himself on the road. Like remember when we had Eddie? Eddie would come on and he'd be on the road going to the next toe that he needs to do. And Steve was always enthralled with that. We could have played off on that. Well, where are you, man? Well, shit, I'm just east of Georgia, heading our way back up to Vermont or wherever the fuck he lives. Anyway, any of that didn't happen. Um, so I'd like to know the reason why he couldn't just do it live. I don't care where he was, even in the theme park. And again, this show was only supposed to be 30 minutes. I would have taken him for 15 and then gave you like a movie trail. I still owe you the frickin' Slash Squatch extended trailer. I might throw it at the end of this one. I probably will throw it at the end of this one because I don't know how long I'm going to be. It, again, it's leading to to my next topic here, which is the future of this show, the future of this program. I went through a lot of scenarios on what, after this particular, because what I'm doing here, I don't want to do this. I don't want to I don't want to be the guy on camera. Especially doing a solo show like this. I am uncomfortable. I'm incredibly uncomfortable. That's why I'm drinking. Now, granted, it's kind of cool now because again, it's Pacific time. It's nighttime. It's the night before. It's literally August 3rd, the night before. But this is the Monday, August 4th, Monday morning movement. So here we are. I'm drinking. What was I talking about? Yeah. So the future of this program. I think, like I said, there's too much of a chance that this is again the laid out plans I had were supposed to avoid situations like this. This is not supposed to happen, and you don't cancel. You just don't cancel shit. However, I come out here. I'm gonna do this. uh, my first impulse is to cancel this show. I've got uh, there's three other programs, one in very infancy, and then two which are going to be coming up. I've got plenty of work to do to develop those programs. This honestly, this morning movement, I just thought it would be funny. I thought this would be funny. The morning movement, a couple of douchebags just coming on for 30, 45 minutes, just doing their idiotic things. I know we went 2 hours on Wednesday. That's not going to happen. That's not our intention. That's that's totally not the way we had planned this out. 30, 45 minutes, that's kind of it. So you're welcome. I mean, there's what's it, 2.5 hours is so one, two, three. There's like five shows there. Well, I mean, we could have cut that up. If we just pre-recorded it, could have cut that up into five parts, and that would have lasted 3 weeks. Uh, so that is the first part of this. Again, well, the second part, cancel it all together. I don't want to do that because I think this is funny, but I don't believe we're going to do this live any longer. We may go to a strictly pre-recorded. That way, we have on the production side, I can schedule a day where we're going to record these turds and then publish them on the appropriate Monday and Wednesday as it goes. Now, what does that take away from us? It takes away our engagement in the chat, which kind of blows. Um, it also takes, so I just figured out how to do tips and whatnot. Takes away that advantage, but whatever. We weren't going to make any money anyway. So, it is what it is. So I think that is probably what's going to happen. Um, I don't know. Eh, Just lost a little bit of the morning motivation. if you're picking up what I'm putting down. All right. In any case, um, thirdly, again, I do think this is a fun little program here, but this, what you're seeing here, this whole, I don't want to do this. I'm not the most comfortable in front of a camera. I do the best I can, but really it just comes when I watch this back, all I just hear is blah 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 blah. I don't know. It's ridiculous. I don't know what I'm doing. So, regulars, I hope a few of you are watching. I'm officially resigning from my position as talent on this show. I'm going to leave this show to be Crawlfaced's puppy and have him bring in another co-host. I am going to throw it out to the regulars. Who wants the gig? If you want the gig of being co-host of the morning movement, please put together a video and post it to your YouTube channel and then send me the link. Send Crawlface and I the link. We're going to go through them. We'll select like, the top 3, do an interview, and then you've got the job. Now, let me just give you in case you haven't been taking notes on the program. This is not a permanent program. We originally had this slated to run through September. Right now, there's been an update. It's running through August, depending how all this goes. So, yeah, and we're in August right now. So there'll be a show on Wednesday. Will more than likely be pre-recorded, but we'll see. And we will bring you an update on. I mean, we got to tell Crawlface what his responsibilities are going to be for this, and that is to watch, videos and have him select who his new co-host for the morning movement is going to be. And it's going to be a regular. It's open to the regular, open to a regular. It's a pre-recorded show, right? So we will work with you on when you can do it. But this is the 5'9" Keith, the Eddie, Phoenix, Colonel. Shit, I'll even give it to Jeff Cheney. I'll even go to that tier. Sad Brad, any of you clowns, any of the tent gang, I highly suggest you put in a an entry, resume, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Um, but anyway, yeah, that's what we have to look forward to. My resignation is effective essentially immediately, but I'm not going to leave the show high and dry. We'll we'll continue to do like stuff Monday, Wednesday. You're getting Monday, Wednesdays in some sort of shape or form through August, and then we hope to go through September with something. And if this show becomes a hit, and look, I'm not really setting the bar particularly high on this. As long as we get some views, look, give me 50, 60 views on these morning movements. Give me 6, 7, 800 views on the shorts I do, and then we'll continue to crap these out. All right, and we'll go until someone tells us to stop. All right. We have what do I got for you folks? Again, the idea is to just give you a half an hour of this. So we're coming up on that now. I'm almost hesitant to do this because it's just whatever. But um, again, we're talking about the what is it? Today is Sunday night. So it's a Monday morning movement. You're going to be Sunday night. It's going to be see some Sunday night action on Fremont Street here in Las Vegas. If you've never been to Las Vegas, Fremont Street is crazy. You got your street performers. You have some of your iconic spots that have been around for quite some time. I have been to Fremont Street several times. I actually enjoy the food down there in the sense that there is a couple of well, that pizza joint is fine. There's another pizza joint. It's called. Should have been more prepared, but it's more of a New Haven style esque. I've yet to find one that's really solid New Haven style pizza. I grew up in Connecticut. Number one pizza in my mind, my top number one pizza joint is Rosini's Pizza in Cheshire, Connecticut. I know that from what I understand, they've gone through some chef changes and uh, things of that nature that may have up changed the style just a little bit. But yeah, no, it's negligible in my opinion. Some folks, I guess, were saying some shit, but no, solid, solid, solid New Haven style pizza. I'm actually going to be back in Connecticut later this month, and I have oh God, I am staying in Wallingford. I wonder if DoorDash delivers Cheshire to Wallingford. It's a town over, and yeah, sometimes you can run into some problems there with the food delivery, I think. Yeah. Anyway, Fremont Street, ladies and gentlemen, isn't that crazy? We're gonna move along over. Wanted to show what is happening in. This is in God Lord. New Orleans. My bad. So the bars are clearing out, I think, in New Orleans, at least pretty close. Well, actually, no. 10, 11, 12, 1. It's 1:13 in the morning, or 12:13 in the morning. They got another few hours to go. Don't they close at like 4? I think they close at like 4 in New Orleans. But anyway, yeah. I have one. This is another one of my favorite cams to watch. There's been plenty of mayhem that I've seen on this particular guy. I don't think we're going to see anything this morning, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Again, you are watching the Monday morning movement pre-recorded. We're seeing some Sunday night action. Seeing folks revel their way back to their hotels and their cars and whatnot to begin phase three, phase four, phase five of their evenings. Who knows? Who knows? All right. Well, this is one of my favorites, so I'm going to bring this one back up again. Okay. It looks like. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Is it on three? Two. All right, bear with me, folks. We'll bring this in. We'll bring in it. We're gonna block that clown's name. I'll go ahead of that. Okay, I'm not gonna do that to you, folks. So yes, you are continuously watching the New Orleans feed. And then we need to change 3, 2. Done. Catabay. All right. We've done it, folks. It's a success. You've only had to watch my bullshit for about 90 seconds. Anyway, yes, we are in Alaska. Oh man, they literally just changed my shot. All right. Well, maybe they're trying to find something cool for us, but you see a lot of birds flying around. They're waiting for their bear friends to come around and start chowing on some fish because these birds are going to pick up the carcass of what remains, which is named. Oh, there's one. There's a bear. Got one bear. We saw some fish kind of flying up, which is kind of neat. There they are. I fucking see. I just love that. I just think that is just think that's a cool shot. Anyway, if you are completely bored with today's episode, you can blame Crawlface. If you're just joining us, Crawlface blew us off today. So now I'm bringing you footage of a bear shitting in a river. Yeah, yeah. All right. I think we've squeezed this out enough. I really do appreciate you tuning in. Uh, maybe we can improve. Maybe we can schedule these things better. Maybe I need to just rule this particular program with an iron fist and make sure that folks behave themselves, show up. Showing up is 90% of everything, right? Isn't that what they said? I had another quote here. No matter how meticulously I plan every detail, life's unpredictable currents, chance, timing, or sheer chaos always seems to steer the outcome towards failure. Ah, anyway, folks, as I was saying, really do appreciate it. Um, keep us in mind for Wednesday morning. We'll see what happens. Be well, everybody. Take care. Rock on. Jam on.
Tattoos on her titties, scars on her arms. Steve was the rock, no one could compare.